So let's start with this today, okay? First things first, I fucked up, okay? I fucked up, like big time. And here's why. Well, not really big time. I've been dragging it on for a couple of days about going outside and going food shopping. Really, I don't like to go outside for, 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't been outside for almost 3 weeks. I didn't even want to fucking take the garbage out. Like, the garbage got to be like the size of a fucking 6-year-old before I said, fuck it, I'm just going to take this out. Now, that is not to say that I'm shook. That is to say that I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Look, I know a lot of people who got coronavirus. I know a lot of people who survived. One of my friends, one of my good friends is on a ventilator right now, Fred the Godson. And Remo could tell you, Remo made many, many hit records with Fred the Godson. Actually, he gave Fred the Godson one of his first hit records. And, it's bad. It's really bad. So anyway, I went outside, and today was my first day outside. I woke up at like 5 o'clock, and I was out in the street at about 8 o'clock, went to Costco, went to everything I had to do real early, got all that shit out the way, but I left at 8:30, and I still got home at like fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So when I got home, I had been walking and packages and going to the UPS store and picking up shit and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm really, really fucking tired, right? But I got to go and do this thing because I'm trying to get it so that I can broadcast on 2 or 3 different platforms at the same time. So I went to see a dude of mine that knows how to do that. And that took time. And then IMKVJ was on my ass like a cheap sweater because I hadn't posted a video. I mean, this man was on my, he wasn't even on, you ever had an enema? You ever had an enema and somebody, like, you got to put we go with the cam, send me a DM, I need to get at you. You ever had an enema and the enema, forget it, man. I had an enema once and it was like the worst parts of the Bible. Like, anyway, the man was on my ass to the point, he was all over me, like just on my ass. And I was tired and I thought I was going to call myself going to sleep. At 6:25, I finally had done everything that I needed to do and I was going to go to sleep for like fucking 25 minutes. When I got really into the point that I was settled down and get ready to like lay down, I had actually about 4 fucking minutes. 4 minutes. Do you know what it's like to lay down and then you gotta get up 4 minutes later? It fucking stinks. Wavy Wild Boy Official. You adding people during this live? Yeah, I'm gonna add people during this live. So let's start with this. Number one, because I was working so hard, I didn't even do a show really. I ain't gonna lie. Usually I do my show about 2 to 4 and I get it all together. And then 5, I go chill out with Tiana for a little while. 6, I'll go talk to my girlfriend for a little while and I'll chill out. And then 7, I'll do my show. But today I didn't do anything. Nobody got talked to. Nobody got hung out with, nothing. I didn't do a fucking thing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking freestyle the shit out of this show. Don't get famous. I'm famous already. But I understand what you're saying. Don't get beside yourself. I'm not. Noel Simone voice. OMG, yes. When you have a newborn baby, you never sleep. Listen, I haven't had a newborn baby in fucking 18 years, and I don't want a newborn baby. Fuck kids, okay? Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. I mean, I love them. I love them when they're little, okay? I love it. Anything from when they're born to when you, like, here, I love that. And like, goo, goo, gaga, hey. And, when they start walking, that's when the shit starts coming in. Then they start getting on some bullshit. By the time they are, once it's past 6, I don't want it, man. I don't want it because 6, you've now made up the opinion about, you made up who you gonna be in life. Don't you notice that some kids, by 6 or 7, you can tell they're gonna be a fucking asshole? I mean, I hate to say this about kids, but kids fucking stink. But anything, like when they're little, when they're a toddler, like Pampers, just getting ready to get out of Pampers, that's like the sweet spot for me. If you can keep the kid that age for fucking 36 years, I deal with it. I love it. I love it. Yes, exactly. 3 years old going on 20. How the fuck you telling me about what's going on and you 3 years old? You don't know nothing. You ain't pay no bills. You ain't do shit. But you gonna tell me I'm walking wrong. Guess what? I pay the bills in this house. I walk the way I fucking want to walk. Except naked, because I'm not supposed to do that. That is way out of pocket when you have little kids. Now listen, for example, and even when you have older kids, it's out of pocket. For example, I brought the groceries in today. And I told Tiana, I said, listen, Tiana, because she wanted to talk to me about a bunch of shit. Oh, you don't know how to clean up. Listen, don't tell me how to clean up in my own house. I pay the rent. I'm the one that's not paying the rent this month. Leave me alone. But anyway, I went on, and she was talking to me. She said, oh, this. I said, Tiana, listen. Number one, I got to get naked to take these coronavirus clothes off and put them upstairs in the washer. And number two is, I got to piss. So please, can you save your story until I come downstairs, pee, take a shower, and then we can talk about anything you want. We can talk about fucking global warming. We can talk about the coronavirus. We can talk about fucking 30 enemas with fucking cats getting the coronavirus fucking test in the Bronx Zoo, which I don't understand why they're even doing tests on fucking animals. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, they got two cats in the Bronx that have the coronavirus. Not like actual cats in the zoo. They got two cats in somebody's house in the projects that got coronavirus. All right, let them motherfuckers cough. That's it. It's over. But anyway, I had to get naked, okay? And I got naked. I took all my clothes off, and then I ran upstairs because I have a duplex. I ran upstairs, put it in the washing machine. And then I started coming down. When I tell you coming down that fucking stair, coming down those stairs is like the fucking Green Mile. Because I always have in the back of my head, even though I told Tiana, do not come out of your fucking room, that something's gonna go off in her head and she's gonna fucking come out of there. And she's gonna see me in all brown. I like it. This shit scares the fuck out of me. It scares the hell out of me. And like sometimes I just do it. At one time, about the last time I went outside, I ran so quick that I skipped the last step and I ran into the wall. Now I'm running into the wall naked, but forget that. I know I went all over the place. Forget it. I don't know where I got into that, but that was my day. So basically today, I don't have a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to change this up and make it a little different. Michelle B45, she's scared too. I'd be scared to see my father naked. One time, well, see, let me tell you about my father. God bless the dead. And I actually give him an early rest in peace shout out. My dad passed away yesterday. It's been 2 years yesterday. And it was very, very shocking to me because I happened to be in Shanghai, China. See, because I go to China a lot. Like I said, I was in China in December. I go to China about 3 times a year. I don't think I am going to be for a while anyway. But I was on the plane, and my brother kept calling me on the plane. So I'm flying from Shanghai to New York on United Airlines. So I'm on the plane, whatever, and you can have WhatsApp on the plane. And when I keep getting these calls from my brother, like he's calling. And my brother, if you know my brother, he's not a man of a lot of words. Like if you say, hey, Kendall, man, what's going on? Because what happened? Yeah. So listen, man, the movie was hot, Kendall. Listen, man, I'm telling you, fucking Idris Elba killed it. He did. Yeah, so Kendall, man, listen, what do you feel about fucking global warming and what's happening with the fucking animals in Tokyo? It's a vibe. So he doesn't say anything and he doesn't call unless it's absolutely necessary. So I'm saying, why is he calling? Why is he calling? Why is he calling? And then something tells me something's wrong. And I say to myself, oh my God, it's this. I'm going through a million things. But I can't pick up the phone because we're still in the air. You can't pick up the phone and we're in Chinese airspace, so that definitely don't happen. So he texted me and he said, Dad died. And when he said that shit, I was on the plane upside down. Nobody could know what it's fucking like to know that one of your parents died. Number one, you never got to say goodbye. You never got to say I love you. You never got any closure. And then to be on a plane for fucking 8 hours and have to figure it out. So now I'm walking up and down the fucking plane and they like, well, what the fuck are you, a terrorist? And I said, listen, just give me a minute. So the woman said, what the fuck, what's wrong with you, the story? I said, listen, I just found out on WhatsApp my father died just now. And the woman said, listen, I'm going to give you a glass of water, and I go on and take an Excedrin and just walk it off down the aisles as much as you want. So I did, and then I spent the last 8 hours of the flight planning his funeral and emailing the funeral director and all that, and that's how I was able to get through it. And I will say this about my father. He taught me a lot of different things, man. Everything that I do from a comedic standpoint is my father. It's all him. Again, like I said it a couple of days ago, I used to have a TV show called Man and Wife. And in the TV show, if you guys can go back and look at the pictures of it, I used to wear a tank top, a pair of boxer shorts, and like tall church socks, and a pair of slippers. My father was always known for that. Anybody who know my father, he was known for that, and he was known for smoking. And he would, getting back to the story, because I know I went all over the place, but I just want to show love to my dad. My father used to fucking walk naked across, like we had a bathroom, and the bathroom, you could see the hallway, and where we would sit as all of us as kids when we were growing up. It was me, my partner Sean C, God bless the dead, Rock Raider. If any DJs are on here, it was the X-Men DJs and all the people I hung out with. It was like a clique of 8 or 9 of us, and it was nothing to see my father go in the bathroom, take a shower, and the shower would be hot as shit. And then all you would do is see steam like fly out, and then you would see him walk across the hallway naked. And everybody would be like, oh, whoa, what was shit? And then he would come out and tell us, the fuck's wrong with y'all? You never seen a fucking naked man? You never been in the army? You're not men? You never seen a naked man? And everybody was like, but I was like, Dad, we're fucking 14. Well, you never seen a fucking naked man? That's how it works in the army. I said, I was in the fucking Air Force. You take a shower with men. I said, I don't want to take a shower with men. I'm fucking 13. Leave me alone. So shout out to my dad. But anyway, I didn't do anything today, and all I'm gonna do is do a little bit of news. I'm gonna do some Q&A today. So I'm gonna do some Q&A. If you look down at the bottom of your screen, there's a little box. It's like 2 square boxes with a question mark in them. You can type in your question. All right. When you type in your question, I'll see it. Numbers will come up, and I'll start hitting them, and I'm gonna answer everybody's questions. All right. If you're a DJ and you want drops, all you got to do is go to bookings@fatmanscoop.com. It blows out my voice. I have to charge, but I do a really good job. So you guys don't even have to ask that. Just bookings@fatmanscoop.com. But I want people to ask me real questions, shit about my life, questions that you got, whatever wild, crazy questions. I don't give a fuck what it is. Ask me. Yeah, Janique Davidson. My father was a real OG. And like he was a man's man. Like this guy smoked fucking like 6 packs of Pall Malls a day, and he would blow that shit in your face. Let me tell you about my father. My father drove drunk better than he drove sober. Back then, when in these days, there was no such thing as drunk driving, so you could actually drink and drive. It was like no big deal. And my father used to be a foreman for a dry cleaner, and you know, he would be in charge of the trucks and stuff and all that. And he had his own truck. And we used to call it the Blue Goose. And he would drink and like drive. And he was so good. Like he was a real New York City driver. This guy would fucking drive and he would curse you out while he was driving. He would be going down the street going 50 miles an hour backwards with his head out the window like, go fuck yourself, you fucking asshole. Like he was amazing. Like I'm telling you, the guy was just, there's not going to make another Junior Freeman. Anybody on here that knows my father, it's not going to happen. But anyway, let's get into the news. Let's start with Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti allegedly had some poor words for a police officer during his recent arrest in Georgia. The star rapper was arrested in Clayton County, Georgia, earlier this month after allegedly being in possession of weapons and drugs during a traffic stop. Now, I saw the picture of the drugs and weapons on the hood of his Lamborghini. That man had 2 fucking Glock 9s. He had Xanax. He had Percocet. He had a bunch of different wild-ass drugs. TMZ got a hold of the police report detailing Cardi's arrest about a week ago in Clayton County, and cops say the rapper was mouthing off big time when a sheriff's deputy pulled him over and smelled weed. The deputy went on to say that he asked Cardi to get out, and the bad attitude started right away. Now, Playboy Cardi allegedly told the officer to take him to jail and said he didn't even care anymore. See, sometimes when you got money and you get high, you start to do dumbass shit. Listen, the man didn't even say nothing to you. Why are you telling him to take you to jail? That's somebody who's fucking high. Because I'm a pretty sober person. I don't drink, I don't smoke. There's no way that a cop will pull me over and I say, hey man, listen man, take me to fucking jail, man. Take me to jail. I want to go now. Listen, I don't want to go nowhere near jail, okay? Jails are usually dirty. It's a lot of fucking niggas in there, people breathing, and now you can't even have people breathing on you because you don't know what they fucking breathing out of their nose, stink, people taking a shit. One time when I was in, when I got arrested for a ticket that was 9 years old, I was in Central Booking in New York City. Anybody from New York City knows Central Bookings is where everybody that gets arrested, they take you there and they process you and you either go to Rikers Island or whatever. I was in my own cell because I was a celebrity, but across from me, there was a big holding cell. And I could smell the man who took a shit from all the way across there. So you don't want to deal with people's shit, people's piss, breathing, dirty, none of that. But if that's what he wants to do, he does it, right? According to the officer, Cardi went on to tell him that he'd fuck his daughter and that he had a hot wife. He allegedly also said he didn't give a damn about his exotic sports car because he'd just buy another one anyway. See, this is why certain people don't need to have money. Dave Chappelle, I don't know if it was Dave Chappelle, I think it was Dave Chappelle, he said they should have never gave them niggas money. This is what happens when you give people money that they're not supposed to have money. This is the way they act. A Lamborghini is about $400,000 to $500,000. That means that the average person that makes $40,000 a year, it will take them fucking 10 years to even buy that car. Forget the gas, the maintenance, and all that other stuff. And you just say, I'll buy another one anyway. That's like spitting in God's face to me, but forget about that. Here are my observations about this. Number one, don't have drugs in a car that is a car that's, do not, let me, because I'm all over the place. Do not have drugs in a car that 99% of the world cannot afford. Because here's the thing. Sometimes the police are just stopping you to be nosy. I've had that happen when I had my 750 BMW. The police just stopped me to be nosy. Oh, that shit is hot. Yo, where did you get it? It's brand new. Yeah, how fast it go? All that. So sometimes they're just doing that. And a Lamborghini is very loud. It's like, brrr. So sometimes it's stopping you because it's loud. You can't do that. Number two, you are too damn black. Okay, you're too damn black to be doing this in Georgia. Honestly, Steph Curry is too black. Klay Thompson is too black. Shit, 90% of the Golden State Warriors are too black to be doing this, man, because you know that the Golden State Warriors only got one black person on there, and that's Draymond Green, and he is black than a motherfucker. He's black enough for the rest of the whole team. They can all be light-skinned. But that's neither here nor there. You cannot be dark-skinned and be talking like that in Georgia. Them people, anybody who lived down south, y'all know what this is. Well, in the end, Cardi was booked for expired tags, possession of less than an ounce of marijuana, and failure to move over. His friend ended up getting busted for the harder drug and gun possession charges. And this is, as always, the piss boy or the real nigga or the OG in your crew is the one who take your charge. Now, what I don't understand is just because you hang out with somebody, you shouldn't have to take their fucking charge. Now, we know that you're the piss boy. We know that you're the OG. We know that you're the real nigga of the crew. But why should you have to take that charge? If that man was riding around with all that and he was acting a goddamn fool, why don't he take the charge? But always, it never ceases to amaze me. The piss boy, the fucking real nigga, the OG, they always take the charge. With that being said, let's move on to some questions. So here's what I want you to do. Again, there is a little question button on the bottom of where you're watching this live. All you have to do is push that button and ask a question. Ask something real. Don't just ask me, yo, when is new music coming out? New music is coming out next week. Ask me something real. Ask me something that I can dig into. And then what I'll do from there is I'll actually take some calls. Am I doing DJing tonight? Hold on. Let's see here. What's your best advice for someone trying to get into the business? Don't have a girlfriend? Spend all your time trying to fucking make it happen? Study your craft and get better at your craft each and every day? Spend your money on your goals, not on Jordans, not on belts, not on shit that makes you look rich. Spend it on a video. Spend it on Facebook ads. Spend it on YouTube ads. Stop trying to front, because the thing is, you can spend $500 or $600 on a pair of fucking sneakers, but you can't spend $500 on calling I am KVJ to do a fucking video. And look, me and I am KVJ shoot videos all the time. We do videos for $500 like a mixtape video, and boom, bang it out. Just boom, a couple little cuts and whatever. And then we do big videos. But the thing is that you should know that you have to do that. There's an artist named That's Justice, DATSJUSTICE. He's usually in here. He's a good friend of mine. He works a regular job. He gets up, he does his raps, he does his stuff, and he goes and films videos. He gets it done. That's the way you do it. And it takes 10,000 hours to make an expert at something. You're going to go through some bumps, you're going to go through some bruises, but that's what it is. If you're not ready to get scraped up on the mountain, this business is not for you. Go do something else, whatever it happens to be. Next question is, who was your favorite singer when you were a child? I would say it wasn't a singer, it was a rapper. I think the best rapper in the world, to me, is Rakim. And if you don't know who Rakim is, go Google it. Eric B. and Rakim. He is the best rapper to ever touch a mic. Then I would say Rakim. Then I would say second is Kool G Rap. Third is Big Daddy Kane. And then fourth, you could put like LL or KRS-One or any of those people in there. On a side note, I think next week or the week after, Black Thought from The Roots and from the Jimmy Fallon Show is going to come in. And what we're going to do is, because he's one of the best lyricists. I mean, he's in my top 50 lyricists, easy. And we're going to talk about the state of hip-hop, and also we're going to go over our top 50. So we'll be talking rappers and stuff like that, like next week, hardcore. So be ready for that if you're a rap fan. Let's see here. How do you get around the world? Do you have a private jet or do you use international airlines? I ain't got no fucking private jet. Ain't nobody over here got no private jet. No private jet. Now, I've been blessed enough in my life to be on some private jets and do some things that people have never done. I've been to the Clearport many times, man. I've rode on flights with big time rappers and, took jets here and took jets there. But the bottom line is that unless you're at the highest point in this business, you don't get on a private jet. So you have to be at the pinnacle to get on the jet. And, there are regular people who take regular flights, like Little John, me, T-Pain. Drake takes regular flights. He used to take regular flights until he got the whole Air Drake shit. But that's a guy that's really at the top. Chris Brown, really at the top. Tekashi 6ix9ine, when he was on top, really at the top. Guys like that, they take private jets. Me, I'm not ashamed to say that I take regular planes. I fly business. I fly economy plus. And when shit get real, I get on there. I'll be in the back row of the plane. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes there are times that, for example, they'll come to me and they'll be like, listen, we got a first class flight for you. Now that flight might be $12,000 round trip. And I'll be like, all right, cool. Here's what we're going to do, man. I book my own flights anyway. So they'll give me the $12,000 budget. I will forego that and fly a day earlier, or 2 days earlier, and take economy. Because I can take that $12,000 and I can utilize it better than fucking sitting in first class. Now, if it's just a regular flight to England or whatever, I hop on the first class, I hop on the business class. If you guys see me on the plane, everybody tell you they see me in business class. But sometimes it's worth it to do it. Sometimes it's not worth it to do it. So sometimes that money is utilized better doing something better with that money, like taking and shooting a video. Like there's been times that I went to Russia and I got first class. And I took business to London, and then I took economy to Russia, saving the money. I took that money and I went to IMKVJ, and I said, yo, man, let's shoot a video. And I took that and I shot the video. That's how you do it. I don't have any shame in my game. I really don't give a fuck. Like, you can see me in the back of the plane. I really don't care. I'm not here to impress you. Like, you know, I'm a regular person. I bleed, I shit, I pee like everybody else. And when people say, oh, you fell off, I fell off so much that I'm going to a show that basically is about 6 times or 7 times your monthly salary. That's how much I fell off. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Again, don't worry about what people say. Worry about what you're doing, you know? And by the way, listen, if you like this shirt, because I see somebody said they like this shirt, you can get this at fatmanscoop.com. At fatmanscoop.com, I got a bunch of different shirts on there. This one, blessed, fuck coronavirus. I'm social distancing, quarantine, and chill. Just go on fatmanscoop.com. Go look around. Let's see. Have you heard of Ligma Music? No, I haven't. Let's see here. Do cabin crew ask you for your autograph or a photo? All the time, man. All the time. And I always take it with them. And you got to understand, this is the first time, and anybody who knows me, this is the first time I've ever been in one place like this long for almost 22 years. And I've traveled so much, I know all of the crews, like British Airways, United, American, because I travel so much, I see the same people over and over again. So, yeah. And then if there are people, like I was on a flight to Dubai on Emirates, and the cabin staff, they, oh, that's Fat Man Scoop. Hey, what's going on? You know, like, we're all people. And a lot of times, like, if they know me, I will always just invite them to the club. So one time I went to Dubai, I invited the whole staff on the plane to the club. I even had the pilot in the club. That shit was crazy. In the toy room in Dubai, we turned that shit up. And then I don't know if they had to fly the next day, but they probably would have fucked that flight up. I'm happy they didn't, because they'd probably died on that damn flight. Am I doing DJing tonight? No, I am not doing DJing. I'm waiting for equipment, but that is coming. Do I consider myself a better DJ or hype man? I just started DJing technically about 2 years ago. So I could consider myself a better hype man. The reason I started DJing was because of this. I used to go to the club, and I was the hype man, so I was the guy on the mic. There was always a DJ. But the DJ, a lot of times I would go and I wouldn't even trust the shit that the DJ was playing. I was like, why the fuck are you playing this record? Like, bro, this is 12:30. You're supposed to be playing Niggas in Paris. You're supposed to be playing, like, you know, whatever. Like, and I would get frustrated. You know, I would go in the club and I'd be like, yo, why are you not playing My Way by Fetty Wap? It's fucking 12:30. And some DJs would come in and they you know, I'd be like, I would be saying something like, give me something, whatever I say, give me something hot or whatever the case may be. And they would play the record from the intro. And then the hit record would come in. I was like, man, you know something? The last straw for me was, I was walking out of the club, and there was a DJ with me, and he was fucking terrible. And I heard some good white woman say, Fat Man Scoop was garbage tonight. And I realized at that moment that they don't look at the DJ. They hold you accountable. They wasn't looking at him. They were saying, you're garbage. And I said, you know something? Here's what I'm going to do. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die on my own fucking feet. So at least I know that whatever I played was my best decision and not some fucking guy that should know better because he's the resident of this club and he should know what the fuck to play in here. So I actually started DJing, and I actually was really, really, really scared when I first started. I used to be on Scam Artists, and Scam Artists is Little John, and it's a DJ-only booking agency, so only DJs are on there. And at that time, I was trying to figure out how to DJ, and I didn't have my rhythm, and I was trying to use turntables. And the first show that I ever did was in Tampa, Florida, and I did it with DJ Heist. And I was so fucking terrible that show. I was shaking. I didn't know what to play, whatever. And then I said, fuck it. Then I would tell Sujit that I was going to the club and DJ, but then I wasn't DJing. Then Usher hired me to be a DJ for his tour, and I would do the tour part because that was easy. But the other part was I had to go in the club with him, and I would just let the other DJ, and I would host and stuff. And then one day I realized, I said, DJing is like doing a show. It's like taking somebody through a journey. And once I learned that, I said, okay, this makes sense to me now. And I wound up learning how to DJ. I use a software called Qit. It's on my computer, and my DJ, Mr. Vince, made it. I am Mr. Vince. He made this software because he's a fucking genius. And I just learned how to DJ, and I wound up getting, really, really good at it. I'm not the best. I'm not Kid Capri. I'm not DJ Mr. C, but I'm good. Am I accepting beats to kill? I'm always accepting beats. Always. Always. How can I get a feature? You can get a feature by hitting me at hit me at bookings@fatmanscoop.com. But I'm going to be honest with you. I got a lot of stuff coming. I got a lot of people asking for features. So the people that I'm doing the features for right now, they're the people who pay it. And as with anything, you got to pay. When I want something, I got to pay. When I'm promoting my merchandise, I got to pay. If I want a record from somebody, if they don't want to do a swap with me, I got to pay. And many a times people have asked me to do records for them, and I come to them, major artists. Yo, Scoop, I want you to do this feature for me. I'm down, cool. Can we swap records? Can I get a record from you and you get a record from me? Nah, I don't know about that look, OG. I said, okay, listen, my nigga, pay me. Listen, bro, just pay me. This is my fee, just pay me. So the bottom line is that nothing is free in this life. And if you're dedicated and you're focused and this is your life, you'll find a way to do it, period. And that's it. At the end of the day, that's it. The History Tour was insane. What are your highlights of the tour? I'll tell you what my highlights of the tour were. And then I'm gonna hop to the live after I answer a couple more questions. The History Tour was the last tour we did before it was against the law to be in large gatherings of people. I was in England, myself, Blue Cantrell, Maya, Eve, Nelly, Shaggy, and Salt and Pepper. And and DJ Patrick Nazemi was the DJ. I think my favorite part of it is when I was telling people not to be afraid of coronavirus. At this time, we didn't know that coronavirus was as deadly as it is. They were saying that it was no worse. It was a little bit worse than the average flu. And for most people, it is. I mean, some people are really being knocked down, but it is bad. It's badder than we thought, but for some people it is a little worse than the average flu. And I remember getting up on stage and I was like, listen, don't be afraid to live your life. Don't be afraid to congregate. I thank everybody for coming out and being a part of this. And it was a really powerful moment, but I realized now that I have more information about it and what it's really about that I maybe shouldn't have said that. Right after we did the show, the UK government came and said there will be no more large gatherings of people. I went back to my hotel room and I had like maybe 6 or 7 more gigs to do before April 1st, before I was able to coming back home. And the next morning, I got a call from my booking agent, and my booking agent said, you are now mandated to go back to the United States. The U.S. Embassy is calling all of us, telling us all the acts that we have from America, tell them to go home. The next morning, I got on a plane and flew home from Manchester. That was the first day that the CDC was checking people coming home from different countries. So when I landed, I was the first flight that landed. So I was getting right ready to go through customs because I have global entry. Soon as I was going, I was getting ready to just pass through. And they were like, nah, man, you got to stop screening now. Because I was like the last person. There was one person who got ahead of me, and I was like the next person. And I've never been that scared in my life. Like, there was a line for the CDC, and there was a line for secondary screening. When you went downstairs, it was a bunch of like tight jaw, like real serious military looking, white customs agents that they wasn't playing. They didn't want to hear nothing. They was writing down all your information. Where did you go? How many days were you there? Did you eat somebody's booty? If you ate their booty, like how did you eat their booty? Did you eat it like groceries? They had so many questions. And when they let me out, I realized how serious coronavirus was. So that's my story right there. That's my story right there. This is Lamont from Schaumburg. When you coming to Florida so we can connect? When this shit is over, trust me, I will be going everywhere I want to fucking go. Everywhere. Let's see. What advice do you have for a female hype woman? I want to be a hype person. If you're not married and you have a boyfriend, get rid of him. If you have a job, soon as you get home, you need to sleep an hour and then you need to start practicing, you need to start working, you need to study all the great ones. Kid Capri, DJ Cool, Little John, I don't want to say myself because I don't want to pat myself on the back. DJ Hollywood, Mr. C, DJ Mr. C, you need to see how he talks and how he works a crowd. You need to go study DJs, what they say. When you go to the club, fuck dancing. You need to watch what the DJ's doing, how he's playing the records, how he's talking. That's the way that you do it. That's the way that you do it, Miss DC. That's the way that you do it. Who do you respect more, 50 Cent or Ja Rule? Be honest. Don't beat around the bush. I don't fucking beat around the bush. These are two guys that I've known for years. I've known both of them about a good 20 to 22 years, like at least on the low end. And I love both of them. But I understand why they can't be friends, because there's things that happen that you guys don't know, that I'm privy to, that people on the inside are privy to, things that took place that I think can never get worked out. And I love Ja, as y'all know, and I love Fifth, as y'all know. And it's almost like that friend that has two friends that hate each other, and they got to listen to this one, and then they listen to this one, and you don't want to be on no side. But I will say this, though. Ja Rule is a very, very solid guy. I've known him for many years. And 50 is also a solid guy. I've known him for years. I always, every time I talk to fucking Ja Rule, I always say, yo, listen, is there anything that can be done? And Ja Rule stopped me one day and he said, not this time that I spoke to him, but he stopped me the time before. He said, yo, Scoop, you always ask me because you want to be a fucking peacemaker. You're like a fucking social worker. I said, that's who I am, bro. I can't stop who I am. And he said, listen, you don't talk to the Crooklyn clan, do you? I said, nah, man, we got real fucking differences. He said, then take that and times it by 10. And I said, okay, you know something, I'm not asking. I said, I asked you for the record on the interview, but I personally, I won't ask you because I understand what it is, what it is. And I understand. If you weren't an artist, what would you be? Easy, man. I would be an airline pilot. I wanted to be an airline pilot so bad, man. The only reason that I wasn't an airline pilot, because at the time when I was growing up, if you wanted to be an airline pilot, you had to fucking go to the armed forces. Like you had to go to the armed forces. You had this. You had to go to the Navy or the Army or something, right? And you had to know math. It wasn't like all the computers were laid out the way they are now. You had to know like angles and protractors and all that shit. And, they would map it out on the thing. And I couldn't do that shit, man. I wasn't about that life. But that's what I would be. I would definitely be a airline pilot, and the planes that I like to fly are 747-400. I would have liked to fly the A380. I would like to fly the 777. Like I said, my favorite plane is the 747 ever. I don't care what they do. That's just what I love. Tupac or Biggie? I'm from New York. It's big. I loved Tupac. He was a very complex person. I have had conversations with Tupac that if I repeated them to someone, it would have made the East Coast, West Coast war. More people would have got killed. More people would have, just a lot of people would have got hurt. I have been in this business for almost 25 years. I have never been punched in my face. I've never been accosted. I've never been anything. Because the shit that people say to me, I keep to myself. I don't go and repeat it. I don't go, unless it's on the record, I don't go and repeat it. Biggie is New York. Biggie is Brooklyn. I'm from Harlem. Biggie is from Brooklyn. Biggie was the king of New York. To me, Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't the king of New York. You can't go and say you're the king of something, okay? You're the king of something when people say you are the fucking king of something. When Jadakiss says you're the king of something. When Fabulous says you're the king of something. When your peers say you're the king of something. When the radio host says you're king of New York. When the influencers say you're the king of New York. You're the king of New York. You can say it, but the people have to fucking back you up. And with Tekashi 6ix9ine, that just was not the case. He was telling people that he was the king of New York, but the people didn't say it. What do you feel about the Babyface and Teddy Riley versus on Monday, and who do you say won? Well, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to go, people, if you want to get at me, jump out of my Instagram live and then jump back on and request to be in my live, and I'll get at you. Here's what I felt about the Babyface and Teddy Riley. First of all, I feel that it was an amazing moment because 4 million people logged on. Only 600,000 could get in. But between people getting in and then rebroadcasting it and all the numbers that Instagram saw, it was 4 million people trying to be on there. What was amazing about that was that Instagram, which is a young man's platform, the biggest moment in Instagram history has come from 2 older artists. So that means that when people say young music is hot, that's not always the case. Hot music is hot. Classics are hot. A record could be hot. If you make a classic, it's going to be worth as much today as it was 10 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever. So the fact that Babyface and Teddy Riley could make that moment when we've had a lot of young artists battling on verses and a lot of young artists to take over the internet was an amazing moment. It also showed radio. It also showed everybody that there is a need for throwback music, because I think people forgot about throwback music and they discounted it. That showed a lot. Number 3 is Teddy Riley versus Babyface was the wrong fucking battle. That's like Fat Man Scoop battling fucking Casey and JoJo. Like, what sense does that make? They make slow music, I make fast music. I would have rather seen Teddy Riley versus Rodney Jerkins. Maybe Teddy Riley versus, I gotta think of somebody else. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis versus L.A. Reid and Babyface. Now that's something, because now we can judge it in a certain genre. Now it makes sense. But that's like putting Little John against fucking, that's like putting Little John versus fucking like Jaheim or something. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So what happened was, if you like Babyface, you voted for him. And if you like Teddy, you voted for him. Now, I'm from Harlem, and full disclosure, Teddy Riley is the first person to put me on. I signed a record deal with Teddy Riley when I was 17 years old. I'm always going to have affinity to Teddy Riley, and I'm not really a slow music man. I'm a fast music man. So I like all those shits, Groove Me, and This Is My Fantasy, and even Let's Chill, Let's Play Around. Like I like the way you do to me. I like all of those songs. I like that period. So basically that's how I feel. So I'm gonna go to the phones right now before we hop on out of here. Let's see. He was unable to join. He said, "Fuck you." Let's see here. Let me see if there's somebody else that wants to join. If you want to join, hop out of my Instagram live and hop back in. If you don't, then what I'm probably gonna do is just finish answering these questions, and I'm gonna get the fuck on out of here. Yes, Big L always, man. Scoop grab Wavy. He's our people. He got Superverse. Let me see right here. Let's see here. I am DJ Facts. Tell Wavy to come back in. I'll get back in him. Let's see here. Let me see who else is in here. Let's see. I'm going to try somebody. It's just that I was talking so long, people just said, fuck this. And he hung up and he said, fuck this. Verdi Crane, how are you? Let's see here. How you feeling, bro?
What's up there? How you doing, man?
Man, you got this whole baby face shit about you too, man. Like, the hair and your light skin. And all you need is some candles back there, and you write on a silk piece of paper, and you be right in the mix, bro.
Hey, well, let me say, my man Chuck D told me to give you props and say what's up. And Daniel Baldwin, who's one of my clients, also said to give you props and say what's up.
Yeah, Daniel, people, full disclosure, Daniel Baldwin, who's Stephen Baldwin and
Alec Baldwin's
brother. He is a good friend of mine, and we got really, really close on a TV show called Celebrity Big Brother. I was on Celebrity Big Brother with him, with Daniel Baldwin, who's a great actor. I was on there with Farrah Abraham from 18 and Pregnant, and Jenna Jameson, the porn star. So we were all on there together, man. and let me tell you something. Y'all might not know, but Daniel Baldwin is one of the most gangster dudes I ever met in my life. Just the way he moved, how he is. He hang with a lot of street dudes. Like, I would not expect that from a Baldwin brother, but that's how they are, man.
Yeah, well, both of them are clients of mine from a nutrition standpoint. So Daniel just lost 60 pounds using our method.
Good for him.
Yeah,
good for him, man.
So I was reaching out to you, man. I have the utmost respect for you, and I just wanted to give some tips and tricks for those who are dealing with the coronavirus. You know what I mean?
All right, so please do that. Me myself, I'm a Dr. Sebi guy, and I'm an alkaline gourmet guy. My man Dre used to work under Dr. Sebi, and my story is I lost 40 pounds.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you, brother. The day that the coronavirus hit, I was out on the road with Maya, and Maya's she's a straight Nazi style vegan. Like, she's really about it. And anytime I would eat anything sweet, she would look at me like, you know better. And when they said pre-existing conditions, I went right to the juicer and I started getting busy. And I went back to my old Dr. Sebi diet and lost 40 pounds. So what tips and tricks do you have for people to get their health at a high? And let me just say this, and I'm gonna let you talk. Everybody, health is at a premium now. Like this thing is attacking people with pre-existing conditions. And for example, I was 305 pounds. And I made a decision to really get focused because in my house, I am the money. So there's so many people that depend on me. Anybody around me can get sick, but if I get sick, it's over. So with that being said, what tips and tricks do you have for people who are trying to preserve their health?
Well, as you may know, our immunity is largely based on our gut bacteria, right? So 70% of your immune system is like in your intestines. So the goal is to support your intestines, right? So do all the things that are going to support it. So number one, do everything you can to stay in the house, no matter what. And they're about to open up doors, but stay in the house. Number two, I would say, yes, use telehealth, because now you can call your doctor, you can save money, you don't have to go in. And a lot of those are free. So get on the phone if you're feeling ill, you're not feeling well, and reach out, and they'll have a doctor come right through your phone and give you insight so that you don't have to waste your time going into emergency. Saves everybody time and everybody money. I would also say avoid during this time, only during this time, deep fried food. because deep fried food can throw your gut bacteria off and weaken your immune system. So I'm not saying forever, but for the moment, right? And then don't overdo alcohol. You said earlier that you don't drink and you don't smoke, which is great. For those who are drinking, don't drink to a place where you get intoxicated. That will help your immune system big time, because drinking too much can actually compromise your immune system. I would also say exercise, be active. That actually helps your immune system, which no one's really talking about. You know, walk in place, go on YouTube, find some videos. All of those things can help a person like make the most of their metabolism and their immune system. I would also keep the stress down. You know, if you're going to play cards, which...
Hold on, I got to stop you.
Okay.
Keep the stress down is hard in a time that we have such a high level of uncertainty. We don't know, you know, somebody was talking to me about August. I was like, he was talking to me about shows in August because I happen to be booked in August. Like all my shows have been put back to August. I was like, yo, bro, I can't even talk to you about 6 hours from now. Like, I just don't know. How do you manage your anxiety, your stress?
Well, you know what?
How do you
people, if you were to look at like an ethnicity that is amazing at handling stress, it would be the Black community. I mean, we've dealt with it forever. And when there's no money, I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, and I know you get this, there wasn't money, there wasn't a whole bunch of things, but you know what? We knew how to come together on a regular basis. We played cards, we played Monopoly. We knew how to find love and fun in the worst situations. So go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like spades, as long as nobody's getting in a fight, we're good.
Listen, there are people on here that don't know about spades. It's people don't know. That's something now the people we're getting. This is black stuff, people, black stuff, just real black stuff. I think that the one thing that they could do that would really stop the stress would just say, look, $2,000, no rent. You don't have to pay it back. Just buy your groceries and buy your little necessities for a year, and everybody sit down. I think that would be the thing that would make it work. Where can people find you if they want to get some of these tips and tricks and also get a detox? And total transparency, I am doing a detox now because, like he said, this man said something that is gold. All of your immune system and all of the disease usually starts in your intestines. So if you can detox yourself and clean all of that stuff out of your intestines, I would say go on and do it. Blow up the bathroom, whatever you want to call it. Blowing up the bathroom, representing, pushing the brown thing down the hole, fighting the toilet bowl, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and do it.
All right. Well, you know, hey, I'm a fan of Dr. Sebi, and I also was very good friends with Dick Gregory. And I've been at this since 1995, helping people like lose weight, feel better. So I love your show, man. It's totally fun. It's entertaining, and you're actually educating people. But people can find me. They can connect with me here or go to dietfreelife.com. We have a free newsletter there, and then I inform people on a regular basis. We're getting ready to share a whole bunch of information on helping people with diabetes, helping people who have challenges with some of the things that are causing these preconditions to end up with people dying. I mean, this is very serious.
It's definitely serious, and the reason that I went right to the juicer is because I have diabetes that you can control with weight, and I'm a guy that never saw sugar that I didn't like. And again, like you said, if you drink, man, that Hennessy, vodka, all of that is straight sugar. You might as well just put a bag of sugar, and sugar inflames your body, and what the inflammation and mucus is where they can attach where disease attaches, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Dr. Sebi, he was ahead of his. He was going down a road that was going to put a lot of attention on him, which unfortunately there's a lot of concerns around how he actually died, and I'm very interested in that and doing a lot of work to keep myself up to date with it, because there are people who don't want you to thrive with your life.
Well, I want to say something to you. And I don't mean to cut you off because I have like literally about 2 minutes. If dudes will kill you in the street over an 8-ball of coke. What are you gonna do to your ass over 67 billion? End of story.
Exactly.
That's as simple as I can get it. I can make it for you. Do me a favor, send me a DM because I definitely want to get in touch with Chuck. I'm trying to talk to Chuck, so just send me a DM after this. You know where to reach me. Give me your information again so I can get on out of here, bro.
All right, well, check us out. Go to dietfreelife.com, and you can catch me right here on Instagram at Robert Ferguson Official, and I'll definitely get that info to you.
Yes, yeah, please tell Chuck I'm looking for you. And bro, keep being light-skinned, brother. Keep being light-skinned. Keep being light-skinned, man. Keep being power to the light-skinned people. I'm not actually light-skinned. I'm in between. So I'm a guy that, you know, I don't have a home. Like, you know, Drake, Chris Brown, Steph Curry, when the I'll be sure when the light-skinned thing was going down, they were all getting loved. And then next thing you know, Wesley Snipes, he got to come in and be black than a motherfucker. And then once he came in, Michael Jordan came in, and, you know, then black became sexy. And then Idris Elba came in. And now then the guy from Black Panther came in. He shut down the internet. Now I'm in the middle. So I don't get no love from the women that like light skin, and I don't get no love from the women that like dark skin. I'm just in the middle. I have no country. What about the people like me, Method Man, Ice Cube? We don't get no fucking love no more. We just a bunch of brown paper bag colored dudes out here trying to fucking make it happen however we can. In Jesus' name, amen. I will say this. This was Frank Jez. What's happening? Please get at me tonight so we can talk. Built Up Real Nice. How you feeling, brother? That's Built Up Real Nice. That's my brother. He's one of the top plus-size male models in the game. Ladies, go look at him. Get your rocks off on him. Jerk off to his pictures. He routinely takes pictures with an apron, and you can see his ass and everything, and women love that. Like, go on and get your rocks off. Again, I'm going to leave you with this because I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got a couple of minutes left. If you want to support me, you want to show love, you want to wear shirts that make you feel a certain way, I wear blessed because no matter what, I still feel like I'm blessed. You know, I'm here. It's crazy that we got to be here, but guess what? I have lights. I have internet. I have food. I have water. You know, I can watch all the pornos I want until I'm tired. I'm still blessed. Do I have to stay in the house? Yes. But if you want shirts that describe how you feel, www.fatmanscoop.com. If you want to send me an idea for the show, if you want to send me a message, if you want to send me a fucking death threat, do it, man. Show at fatmanscoop.com. I am going to go downstairs. I'm going to sleep for a little while. Tomorrow, the Queen, Missy Elliott, is going to be in the building. It's going to be something different. It's going to be something different tomorrow, boy. It's going to be something different. So, with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be safe. I love you. In Jesus' name, y'all be safe and have a good night. Fat Man Scoop.